Hello everybody, this is Goose and Fox coming at you with a 650 cost rated match in the buffed Geara Zulu EH. We're going to be on Colony Interior for this round here, and the Geara Zulu EH was buffed as part of the July 2026 unit adjustments. We're going to be in the level 2 version of the EH for this video here, and we are going to be on Colony Interior, a map I was not expecting to see in the 650 rotation, since usually when I see this map it is for either 700 or 750 cost, and even then it still feels really rare to come by. I've never understood why Colony Interior feels so scarce when it comes to showing up in the map rotation, aside from it being a map that is a bit more meant for suits that have the ability to fly or have flat booster, but even when this map first came out, it felt like it was really hard to come across, which for being a newer map still feels strange to me even to this day. When you compare it to other new maps, like the one that came out, I believe, after this one, Massive Impact Site, that map was very easy to see on release, and even now it still pops up in rotation. So I would really like to see that same treatment given to Colony Interior, and also have it at some different costs as well. I know this map being used for lower costs is not everyone's cup of tea. Personally, I really enjoy it, especially when they had the situation battle for War in the Pocket that was on this map. I thought that was a lot of fun, so if this map being used for the occasional lower cost room, maybe in Quick Match, was a thing, I think that could be really fun and just a good way of mixing up the suit selection from the usual higher cost suits that this map really feels like it is more reserved for. Could be a fun thing to see. But that's all I'm going to say for the map here. I've already spent about 2 minutes talking about the map more than the buffed mobile suit on screen. Yeah, the Geara Zulu EH, this suit was buffed as part of the July unit adjustments. And this is a suit that I wanted to use a 650 cost round for, because in my last adjustment video on the RF Gouf, I did talk about how for that suit it felt really good for 600, but at 650 it still felt like it was struggling. And I also briefly mentioned the Geara Zulu EH as well, how it was a suit that I was really enjoying the adjustment for. So I wanted to get some matches with the suit at 650 to see if the performance of the level 2 Geara Zulu EH was better in comparison to that of the RF Gouf. And I will get into my thoughts on that in a moment, but we will start by going over the adjustments made to this unit. The Geara Zulu EH is a raid unit available at both 600 and 650 cost, and looking at the changes they made to the unit here, starting with the unit specs, the unit HP has been enhanced from 22,000 to 24,000, with upper levels also being enhanced. The unit skill, Close Combat Program Level 1, has been given. The unit skill, Emergency Evasion System Level 2, has been given. The unit skill, Pursuit Melee Ox Program Level 1, has been given. The unit skill, Heavy Attack Level 1, has been adjusted to Level 2. The unit skill, Force Injector Level 2, has been adjusted to Level 3, and the unit skill, Maneuver Armor Level 2, has been adjusted to Level 3, with upper levels also being enhanced. And it just means for the Level 2 version, it did get Maneuver Armor Level 4 instead of Level 3, which I think is a weird way of them putting this. They usually separate what the adjustment is instead of saying that the upper level has also been enhanced, unless it's for like the HP or like the part slots or something. So I'm not sure why they worded it like that instead of saying that the Level 2 specifically got Level 4, but moving on, we do have our main range weapon, the Beam Machine Gun Compact. For this, the power of this weapon has been increased from 600 to 700, with upper levels also being enhanced. The ammo amount has been increased from 18 to 30. The range has been enhanced from 250 to 300. The ASL automatic aiming compensation range has been extended, and the weapon switching time has been shortened. Finally, for our main melee weapon, the Geara Zulu EH Beam Naginata, for the normal attack, the power for this weapon has been increased from 2,600 to 2,700, with upper levels also being enhanced, and for your heavy attack, the power has been increased. And that is going to be everything we have here for the adjustment list for the Geara Zulu EH. And overall, I think this was an absolutely fantastic adjustment for this unit. Hands down my favorite that I have tried from the July list so far, adding some good things that pair really nicely with each other. For your mobility and evasion skills, you have access to a double dodge roll and a higher level of maneuver armor, and you also now have Close Combat Program Level 1, meaning that if you have your melee weapon out, you gain increased mobility and a reduced stagger from range attacks. You also have some improved melee damage as well with a higher level of heavy attack and Pursuit Melee Ox program, which Pursuit Melee Ox can be really devastating on this unit since the Geara Zulu EH is one of those suits that can whip out its heavy attack really fast. So if either a teammate knocks somebody over, or even if you knock somebody over, you can start charging up that heavy attack really fast and get most of that heavy attack off before the enemy is even able to get up, before the iframes kick in. And when you pair all of that with the improved damage that was given to the Beam Naginata for both its normal attacks and its heavy attack, you just get a really good melee suit out of the Geara Zulu EH, especially with that heavy attack being the helicopter spin that can do a lot of damage in very quick bursts. It can be a bit predictable if you are using it all willy-nilly, but if you can get in there with that heavy attack, it can be really devastating with all of these skills and everything that this suit has been given. So in terms of melee, yeah, the Geara Zulu EH is really good for that. Which might make it a bit surprising for me to say that the biggest highlight for me for this entire adjustment actually has nothing to do with the melee power of the Geara Zulu EH, but the Beam Machine Gun Compact and the adjustments that were made for that weapon. I think the Beam Machine Gun on this got some really good buffs given to it. You have the improved power, the improved range, and you also have that improved ammo count, jumping from 18 all the way up to 30 rounds in the Beam Machine Gun. And this weapon already has some really good stagger accumulation, so there have been times where I have been able to lock down a support with nothing but the Beam Machine Gun, just keep on shooting at them, keep staggering them, and really just whittling away at their health, leaving them open for me to follow up with the Sturmfaust, and I don't even have to use the heavy attack, just use a few swings from the normal swings of the Beam Naginata to finish them off. I have also found the Beam Machine Gun to be really good for knocking enemies out of the air, especially since you now have that improved range and the improved ASL on this weapon. And as I mentioned, that heavy attack charges really quickly, so if somebody's in the air and they're just slowly falling to the ground, you can start prepping that heavy attack and you can immediately follow up with that. So yeah, overall I think this adjustment has been really good for the Geara Zulu EH, and in terms of if I think the level 2 version of this is better than the level 2 RF Gouf, absolutely, I've had better results with this suit at level 2 compared to the RF Gouf, so for what I have gotten at 650, the Geara Zulu EH does feel like it can perform really well. I wouldn't put it at the same level as the RF Camphor or the Full Armor Engaged Gundam C-Plan, since those two suits do have things that this suit does lack, but for 650 it does at least feel viable, and for its native cost of 600, yeah, it's a really good raid to pick that can get you some really good damage really quickly. So, yeah, do like the adjustment they did for this suit here. We're going to let the last few seconds of this round play out here, and that is going to be timeout mission over. So let's see how we did with the level 2 Geara Zulu EH on Colony Interior. And that is going to be a mission complete. Got some good works in the side chat there. And top in individual and top in damage for this round here. First place overall with 8 kills and 2 loss. So pretty good round there with the Geara Zulu EH. And that is going to be everything I have for the round here. Really, with how much I've been talking about the Geara Zulus recently, I should really do a ranking series on this line of suits. I haven't done a ranking series in a while. The last one I did was the Zaku one, and even before that it was the Pale Rider. I didn't get really too far with those actually, so I really should bring back that series one day and just go back to talking about these different mobile suits. The Geara Zulus have been getting some really good buffs, with the Angelo getting some good things, and now the EH here. I wonder if that means we'll be seeing a level 3 and 4 of the Geara Zulu EH sometime in the future, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But that is going to be everything I have for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the buffed Geara Zulu EH. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And if that's, I will see you all in the next one. Later.